And hello and welcome to AleksTabletops MTG Quick Study episode 78. My name is Alex and let's start our 78th match. Okay, let's launch it and go. So we continue to play with a closer to the final version of the tournament deck. I believe the version that we are playing now, it's pretty close to a final version that I'm playing in tournament now, which is super weak deck. It's fine for casual play, it's actually super fun for casual play, but it's not working for a tournament play, which is a competitive atmosphere, kind of sometimes even cutthroat competitive atmosphere. Made a mistake by playing a wrong card right from the beginning of the match. Playing as RPG versus Phoenix, I don't know. Again, making the same mistake all over again. One of the reasons why I probably decided to play a swamp first, because we had fungal infection, and there was a good chance that opponent would put something small that we will be able to remove with fungal infection. But it turns out that everything is fine still. So now we have a skeleton. No, this version is not a tournament version because my final tournament version doesn't have resemblance skeletons in it at all. I replaced them with probably one or else in order to not have troubles with mana. Okay, we have the opportunity to attack a couple of turns, which is pretty cool. So right away, while I can, we have to get additional draws by losing just one skeleton, which we will be able to bring back, which is pretty cool. Love when this thing works. Opponent still didn't put any creatures in play, which is weird. Usually these decks don't have Cleansing Novas in it, but there are... Oh, okay, that's why opponent plays a Vampire deck and have a problem with mana now. Pretty familiar situation. Lately I built a grinding Vampire deck in order to basically grind and gain gold and get quicker wins. And usually my Vampire deck is pretty solid and pretty strong, but the problem with my Vampire deck is usually it comes with lens, and with the problem that I don't have proper colors, especially I always having troubles with the black, because I have lots of cards that have double black mana in them. So yeah, I guess we're playing against the Vampire deck. I guess it's pretty similar to my version of the deck. At least for now, all cards that we saw are kind of similar, except the angel that we had, that opponent discarded. Of course, I don't have that one here. In my Vampire deck. So we actually got perfect situation here. I mean, let's just truly hope that opponent doesn't have a massive removal in this deck, because it would be a huge problem. I actually could push with Poison Tip Archer too, but opponent might put a buff on one of the vampires and actually kill Poison Tip Archer by gaining 3 lives. It's not a good idea for us. The thing about vampires, they are pretty quickly will be able to restore the damage dealt throughout the game. So we're never going to think like we're winning too early with vampires, because they have a pretty aggressive lifelink. So here we're going to continue to push with flyers. No? Kind of thinking, seriously? Why? Maybe because I didn't have enough blockers, and I kind of thought, okay, let's just keep things slower, which was potentially a mistake, because now opponent has a flying creature, which we will be able to pretty easily kill with the status and Death Touch, by either sacrificing Feld Spectre or using Poison Tip Archer to kill it. Okay, we're kind of getting mana screwed or mana flooded to the point, but the good thing is, but we still will be able to utilize most of the things. So let's just kill this 5/5 annoying angel. I don't remember if this is an angel. Yeah, I believe this is an angel. There's not that many flying vampires. It's a couple of them. Twilight Prophet and probably a couple of more. So yeah, starting to push. Now, although pushing with this one kind of seems weird. Again, I don't have that many lifelink things in this and gaining life in this. Like Twilight Prophet will drain lives quite a bit, but again, I just wanted to get rid of the defense somehow. And there is a good possibility that the opponent is going to get another Legion Lieutenant, and these small vampires will become 5/5, and I'm not going to be able to attack with 4/4 anymore. So because of this, I decided to attack with 4/4 before vampires will grow stronger. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting situation. This match is probably going to be a relatively long one, considering, like, unless opponent will decide to give up at some point. So, oh snap, we actually have a discard thing here still. I thought that we already get rid of the discard part of this deck, but we're still apparently playing with the discard version of the deck. Oh snap, what opponent had. Return or legendary permanent cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. That would be pretty sick. So it's a good thing that opponent decided to discard it. Okay, no reason to attack. We have lots of small creatures, but opponent has lots of big ones, which will just regain life, and there's no point in attacking. So what do we need here to win is each turn, it doesn't matter. I kind of thought, okay, each turn Twilight Prophet is going to give us a big card with pretty solid converted mana cost, which passively will drain opponent, but it didn't work. Opponent destroyed our Twilight Prophet, so now we don't have it. So good thing that we had now Ruska's Contempt. Of course, we're going to destroy Flyer in order to start attack with the Flyer, the only Flyer that we have. So we'll continue to produce Saprolings in order to create block, and again, if opponent decides to attack us, we will be able to block with Saprolings and drain opponent and restore some life because of the Slimefoot ability focused around Saprolings and them dying. Okay. So Ajani's Last Stand is a pretty annoying card. I actually had it in my version of the deck. Probably not a vampire version of the deck, but a different version of the deck. It worked for quite some time, but at some point it's not that efficient of a card. It's pretty fun though when it's getting utilized. So I probably will decide to kill the vampire instead of blocking all creatures and preventing lots of damage. It's just better to use all small creatures to kill the most important problems for the opponent. I believe opponent is actually attacking, it's a mistake, but at the same time, opponent kind of doesn't have a choice, because this thing will just progress to the worse. And if opponent knows that opponent doesn't have much in this deck to turn this thing around, it's better to actually get rid of the lots of creatures. I doubt that opponent would think that we will block this way, I don't know. But now basically, yes, opponent will gain 4 lives and we're going to lose 9. But we're going to gain back 3 lives, drain opponent 3 lives, from opponent 3 lives, and Legion Lieutenant both die, which is perfect, because now opponent is not going to have proper defense. Although it will produce an angel with Ajani's Last Stand. Which we're not going to be able to fight that much, although we have Poison Departure. Also, Poison Departure will drain opponent quite a lot. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lives we will drain from the opponent by Poison Departure only. 4 lives opponent will regain. 3 lives opponent will lose from Saprolane, so it's going to be about 10 lives, maybe less, like 6, 7, I don't know. I don't want to do the math at this point. Okay, there's a lot of them. It's quite crazy. Yep. On 6 life, opponent decides to quit. Although I believe opponent still had the opportunity to kind of get somewhere here. But again, when you have so many passive killers, it's just probably not right to stay in the game. Oh, cool, we opened the booster. So, what do we got over here? Cool, 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 cool. Another one. Cool. Superb. And, yeah, Assassin's Trophy. Which, right after I get it, I probably right away put it into this Golgari deck because I didn't have any copies before. It's a pretty sick removal. Although it gives opponent additional land, but it's a pretty sick removal. Yep, on this note, we're going to end this session. Again, this match was, or the match, not the session, this episode. So, this episode was quite good. I mean, opponent actually, like, didn't press us that much, but we was able to actually turn things around and win the game in a pretty interesting fashion. In a passive way, the way that this deck is built to kill opponent. This is the way that this deck's supposed to kill opponent, ideally. I'm rarely getting the opportunity to kill opponent this way, but when I'm getting the opportunity to do this, this is super fun. So, yeah. This sums up this episode. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a boost. If you want more, subscribe and set the bell note to be a part of MTG Study live sessions. Join our streams here at AleksTabletops. Have a nice day or night, and see you in the next episode. Bye. That was weird.